it's Laura here with a very simple interactive Volvel Christmas card. When we slide the pull tab downwards, a fun little elf pops up completing the group of carolers. Let's get right to it. When I saw the stitched rounded arch stacks dynamic set, I knew that it would be perfect for this type of card. For the mechanism, we only need a 3-inch circle, a brad and some kind of little pull tab or lever to attach to the circle. I used the smallest die from the spin and slide channels dynamics for mine. Okay, so next we need to punch a hole in the middle of the circle and our panel. I just die cut another circle out of thin paper and folded it in half and again in half. So that it shows better on camera, let me trace a couple of lines with a pencil. Now we can just line up the two circles and punch a hole in the middle. Next, I'll center the cardstock circle here in the arch and punch another hole through the panel. There we go. Let's stack the two pull tabs with liquid glue so that it's nice and sturdy before we adhere it to the circle. If you don't have anything that looks like a pull tab, go through your stash and check out any large letter dies. I'm sure you'll find something suitable. Otherwise, you can just cut a simple strip of cardstock and fold it in half. Before we continue, we need to link the circle to our panel with a brad. I'm using one of these mini silver colored ones that you can find in the MFT store. There we go. So the pull tab is gonna go there in the upper right corner. Let me just flip the panel and glue it in place. You could make this type of card with a rectangular panel, but the pull tab would need to be a lot longer not to disappear behind the corners, and it wouldn't look very good. Before we continue, let me just draw a couple of arrows so that I don't get confused with the direction of the rotation. Now we're ready to adhere the little elf and trees to our rotating circle. I partially die cut mine to have a little flap for the glue, and this one doesn't dry immediately, so I can reposition him if needed, but this looks perfect. Okay, now for the trees. If you want to test your placement before gluing the elements, you can just use some tape. And yeah, I need to adjust that left tree a little bit. Let's see what the card will look like with all of the characters from the Christmas Carol stamp set. You will find the complete list of Copic markers that I used in the description box below. Before we assemble the card, we need to trim our Volvel or rotating wheel a little bit so that we have some room to add foam tape. There we go. Let me trace this half circle in the starting position and then in the last position, so that I can figure out where the foam tape can go without interfering in the movement. I'm gonna shade or crisscross there, and then in that upper corner just a sliver of foam tape. Okay, and here I'm adding a foam square that will act as a stop so that the wheel won't rotate too far. Last slivers of foam, and we're ready to adhere our panel. By the way, isn't that stamped paper from the colorful Christmas text paper pad perfect for this card? I really love it. The sentiment is from the Itty Bitty Holiday set, and the matching banner has a great size since we don't have a whole lot of room on our panel. I'm not gonna press down on the characters until I'm sure about the placement of each one. I need Mrs. Claus to cover the brad, so I didn't add any foam in the middle. And this is starting to look really nice. You could stamp a prompt or one of the arrows from the interactive label set on the pull tab, but I just used a little triangular puffy sticker. And there we go, all done. Thanks for staying with me till the end. Check out the description box or my blog for a list of products and measurements. Have a great day. Hasta la próxima.